Hi, this is Christopher Sparrow with iTechGear.org, and I've got a very special unboxing today of the Nubia Flexible Smartwatch. Now, this was a Kickstarter or Indiegogo particular campaign. As you can see, I haven't opened it up yet. It just arrived after a lot of delays, after a lot of complaining, after a lot of cajoling and arguing with Nubia, who took absolutely forever and ever to ship. I went through 2 or 3 different tracking numbers to be able to go ahead and get to this point today. So let's go ahead and, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get her done. All right. So I haven't opened this thing up. There's a box inside this packaging, and to be honest, I'm not really sure what to expect out of this. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, there should be at least the watch and one additional band in here. Yes, it is, in fact, the watch. And packing list. Oh, interesting. 3-button earphones. I'm wondering if this, I did not order these. I'm wondering if this isn't a please don't shoot me and hate me forever and ever gift from Nubia. I did not order the earphones. I have the Nubia watch, and I have the leather band. Now, to be very honest, I've heard some good and bad things about this device. This particular device, as I said, was on a Indiegogo or Kickstarter campaign. It is supposedly the first flexible smartwatch that's out there. It's supposed to have a heart rate sensor and sleep monitoring. It's got a 4.01 inch HD screen. It's supposed to do some sports monitoring. It says waterproof, although to be honest, I'd have to go ahead and refresh myself with the IP rating on this particular thing. And this is supposed to have Bluetooth. It's supposed to be really big. All right, now I've got a number of different smartwatches here that I can go ahead and compare this against. And I'm actually thinking of doing some level of comparative review with this thing. But this was supposed to be something that I believe was supposed to be here in October, if I remember right. All right, but let's go ahead and take a look and see what this thing looks like. Because as I recall, is supposed to be pretty big. So let's go ahead and open that up. The packaging, very nice, what I've considered to be nice plastic coated cardboard. All right, plastic coated cardboard. It's got a very glossy sort of plasticky feel to it. The device in and of itself, in the packaging here, we'll open that up and we'll pull this out. Now, this doesn't look too horrible or too big off the cuff. We'll get into that in just a minute. So inside the box, I've got the watch. All right, the watch in and of itself. All right. There's a sponge insert. We'll go ahead and take that out so you guys can see a little bit more about what this thing is. it's really thick. All right, it's really, really thick. It comes with what appears to be a silicone-based band. Interestingly enough, the silicone band goes around much of the edges. All right, and we'll just see if we can, as carefully as possible, get the plastic off the screen. There we go. All right, now as you can see, hopefully you can see, I know the lighting in this room it could probably be a lot better, but to be very honest, there's a lot of light in this room. All right, this screen goes around. It's going to go around most of your wrist. The band actually starts here and here. All right, and it's got the standard Android Wear sort of catch over here on this side right here. You can't see it very well. Again, I apologize for the light. Charging port is here on the back. There we go, right here. All right, and then the heart rate sensor is here. All right, now the screen goes from here, right here. You can barely see a line. There you go, bottom of that reflection. All right, and then all the way up and all the way around to about here. So there's a lot of screen on this thing, and this is all supposed to be active screen. All right, so folding, and there is some play to this on the end here. All right, that screen is supposed to be able to move like that. That screen is supposed to be able to move like that. It's supposed to go around your wrist. All right, so there's the smartwatch. All right, and there's some other compartments here, and we will open up these boxes and see what we've got. All right. All right. All right, so charging base. All right, charging base, and there's nothing else in there. Charging base and charging cable. All right. And USB cable. Now this is a standard micro USB cable. All right. There is some level of magnet to this. It's going to go ahead and just kind of snack right there on the back there, and you put the cable in over here. All right. I don't know if we're going to be able to see that, but there's a micro USB port here. All right, here, and then nothing else on any of the other sides, and then the charging pins, and the sensor sits in this little indent here on the bottom. All right, and that's one of the boxes inside, one of the remaining boxes inside the case. There's one more, and not sure, this looks like maybe an extra band. All right, we'll see here. All right. Oh, this is the other. Okay. So what this is some documentation, and then a smaller band if you've got a smaller wrist. This replaces this. All right. So you've got two available bands, or at least band sizes, and some available documentation. And there's this. All right. Now, I'm a little heavier than most, I think. So I'm going to keep the larger band on mine for at least for now. And we'll go ahead and we'll put this in. And the other thing that I want to go ahead and just pull out real quick, aside from sticking this thing on the charger, is the additional band. Now, part of what you could get for your reward for being a backer of this particular campaign was an extra band. Nubia had a very difficult time getting the actual additional rewards because you ended up indicating at the time of survey what you wanted to go ahead and buy. I went ahead and chose not only the watch but an extra band. Then afterwards, they had you come back after the survey was in, and then just before they were supposed to ship, they issued another survey, and they went ahead and they said, well, what kind of band? What do you want? All right. What kind of band do you want? I chose a leather band, all right, to go along with it. And this leather band feels very, very much like a silicone band. It is really not. It's not leather. If it is leather, and I want to grab my glasses and just make certain, it's definitely silicone on the back. And if this is leather, it is razor, razor thin. And I actually don't think that it is, which is disappointing. So it was supposed to be a Napa leather band. I'm calling bullshit. It's not. It's just another silicone band, which I will likely never use. But at least I got a free pair of earbuds. All right. So let's go ahead, and I have a micro USB cable here. Get some of this stuff out of the way, and we will plug it in to the charger. Excuse me for itchy nose. We'll plug it into the charger. All right, like so. We will place this the charger on the device, and we'll see what happens. All right, so it lights up. So this is a good sign the device actually works. And you saw that big flash, and that was the entire display. And now I have nothing. If this thing turns out to be defective, I will tell you that it's going to be near impossible to get Nubia to do anything. They have been very quiet and silent and unresponsive as far as the Kickstarter campaign is concerned. They have been very difficult to work with. And I'm actually very surprised I even got the watch to begin with. It is now not doing anything. Alright. Turned on again. Pulled it off and put it back on. And it is now showing a charging sort of, or at least it was showing that it was 1%. So the battery is dead. All right. So we'll have to wait to see what's going on with this particular product until after it powers up enough to actually do something. All right. So let's see if I can make it do that again. All right. So pulled it off, put it back on. It says Nubia again. And let's see what it does. If it does anything. Aha. And now it says 2%. All right. So it is not got enough power to even power on at this point. We'll see how it goes, and I will do my best to report back and perhaps show some screenshots or some pictures of what it looks like. Anyway, this is Christopher Sparrow from iTechGear.org with the Nubia foldable screen smartwatch we'll see how it goes, and I'll report back soon.